Star date 12/17/2018. It's Monday. It was a good weekend. Had a lot to think about. And been watching what's going on around the world. Except for us Americans are so docile and peasant-like to do anything against our own government. We had never put yellow vest on and start doing what they did. This is how bad we are. We're more worried about finding a Christmas present right now than fixing our problems. But the people in Europe, they're fighting for their lives. Yes, fighting the elite, the criminals in power. You gotta remember, ladies and gentlemen, and I've said this over and over again, the people that seek these positions are psychopaths, okay? Two-party systems are very destructive. Both parties are on the same agenda, but they act in a mannerism that they seem to be different, but they're still working for the same agenda. And it's kind of blatantly obvious that both parties are guilty as hell for doing this. So yes, both parties are guilty as hell for creating the situation that America is in, along with our little critique clique, international dual citizen clique that has a connection and a stranglehold on this country. Yes, our little friends, you know who those friends, you know who they are. You know exactly who they are. So why I made this, for any reason, I thought about this, but mass death by government is coming. Don't laugh. The very people who will make it happen are in the mix of things. Right now, they are. And they have been for a little time in life. They're not young little people. They're older people. They've been around for a while. And like I said, both parties are guilty as hell for pushing these imperialistic criminal laws, which makes 99% of people criminals in this system. The worst of people are in some of the highest places to make these events happen. Worse than past history. Hasn't unfolded yet. These people are going to go down in history as the most murderous people that history has ever known. It's not far off. This is going to start to unfold. Little by little, we will begin to see people coming up missing like a thief in the night. This is how it's going to start. By the time people realize what is really going on, it will be too late to resist or form any resistance or rebellion to stop it. This is how these people work, 1 inch at a time, like a tiger creeping up to its kill, and then it jumps all at once when the time is right to attack. These people have massed tons of resources and wealth from people just like you and me throughout the years. And in the last 20 years, they have sucked trillions out of the system from the people to complete these events that will be unfolding. You're not going to beat this through prayer or rebellion or through religion. This is man's doing to control the masses. Both government and religion work hand in hand together, yes, to control you, because they are both your enemy. Absolutely. Organized religion is just as much your enemy The man at the pulpit is just as dangerous as the man at the podium. Yes. These are how these elites work. They are insane. They aren't living in reality whatsoever. Most people who are at this level become out of touch with reality and the world around them. They think they are above it all. They think that they can have anything they want and they can create anything they want. And they do it. It's just like how they incite revolutions to make people think that they created this on their own. If we did, we wouldn't have these problems right now, people, if we were in control. We are not in control. It's obvious as heck that we are not in control. So the fact is that they make the little people think that they had something to do with it when they freaking didn't, man. And that's the sad thing. You guys keep thinking that you had something to do with it and you didn't. It's just like what's going on in Europe. That was incited by the elites. And in the beginning of this, I said what I said. But see, the people still had the guts to get out there. They are getting out there. We're not. We're too docile and fucking already succumbed mentally. So the sad part is, by the time they do something, it's too late. Because you people aren't willing to take control and drag them through the mud. When that happens, when you take the control of the reins and you start being the drivers of society, these things will possibly go away. Not in an instant. And boy, will it be a rough ride to get rid of it, because there will be resistance from these people. For far too long, they have controlled the minds of people, the masses of human beings. You're birthed into this, so you don't know any different. You think that this is normal. This is what we're told. You're like a machine. You're programmed. You don't realize this. Most people don't. They think that everything is peachy frickin' king. But I can tell you, once you step out of the box and you start to roam the wastelands, you begin to see the reality around you. Because you see that you're walking in nature and it's all natural. And everything that you were in before in this man's construct, it's all because of man. And then when you go into the nature, into the wastelands, you can see what nature is. It has nothing to do with man. And when these events unfold, you better get with nature. And if you don't, you can pray, you can do whatever you want, but that isn't going to stop what will be unfolding. What is unfolding? Unfortunately, in the wake of all of this, because there's a big cataclysmic event coming, a created event that's they're gonna make it look like it's something other than themselves, because this is the way these people are. And then they might even use nature to make it look like nature's doing some of these things, which we already see on a grand scale that's happening. I'm going to end this with a note to think about something. Who controls the information? Who controls the academia? Who controls the universities' knowledges? Who dictates what is to be learned? Who is in control? What is power and how to render this power? Sit and understand a few things around you These people have more to gain by what they're doing in the direction that they're going. Have a good day and enjoy yourselves. Live this day like it is your last day to live. Today is the present. Remember that you can only do what you can do in today. Tomorrow will come, with you here or not. But tomorrow hasn't come, so that will be another day. Don't worry about it until that day comes. And you will be able to deal with that day as the day unfolds. Don't pre-plan too far down the road, because plans have a way of falling down during mid-flight. And I'm not saying don't make plans, but prepare yourselves for things you would never expect. We don't live in a utopia. We don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world with psychopaths in power, and they're the worst of worst human beings on the planet. Keep that in mind when you vote for somebody. Those are psychopaths. Doesn't matter who it is. And I see people think that God gave us a president. God did this. You know what? You're fools. You're going to continue to be fools. And only reason, again, that we're where we're at is because we believe in these fools.